Hey, what's up, everyone? My name is Joshua. I want to welcome you to today's broadcast. We're going to have some fun today. Thank you to everyone that's listening on the podcast. But those of you that have subscribed, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, because that $1.99 a month that you pay helps fund the Live Mono Worldwide Foundation and their mission, not just to be a voice for the voiceless, but to elevate other voices for the voiceless. The digital Noah's Ark that the foundation built is there. It's a censorship-free platform, and it's there floating right now. It's not going anywhere, but right now it's sitting there as I focus on this part of my life that needs to be built first. And that said, the work that we're doing at the Live Mono Worldwide Foundation continues. We're just not operating the network as we were before, because the overhead, the overhead was pretty high. And at this point in our lives, we want to be good stewards of what we have and what we've been blessed with. And the other thing too is I really felt strongly that it was time for me to actually build the media company in a box, that technology, and have that to offer. So I'm super excited. You can see that at joshuatberglan.com. But the Live Mono Network, those of you that were watching my content there, it's still there. But right now I'm focusing on this and what we're doing with this new broadcast. And those of you, again, listening on the podcast, you have access to this for free, but I would be so grateful if you subscribed and told a friend about, well, here I am, because I'm not on social media anymore. I've been, everything that I've warned people about for 2.5 years is like all coming true now. But the biggest one was, we need to prepare for life outside of social media. We need to start positioning ourselves to be the media instead of consumers of it. And while we need people to consume our media that we're putting out and our content and our value and the other things that we're offering, being enslaved by it and being sucked into it and having it just steal our soul isn't right either. And that's what social media does. In fact, social media is a box and you're trapped there. Because if all your business is there and they take it away from you, guess what? It's gone. So I'm glad in some respect I got kicked off social media for trying to speak the truth and sharing the truth and sharing news articles to remind people so they didn't forget about what was happening in the world. My God, now I can speak. Now I can feel like I can really speak freely, because I don't have to worry about censorship. I'm hosting my own content. The media company in a box allows me to host my own content, so you can't do anything to me. Now, again, Google's coming after me. They just kicked me off another freaking YouTube page, and then now they're going after my business listings. It's insane, and I don't even know what I did this time. That said, everything I've said about the media is coming true. And the other part that you should be ready for, and if those of you that are waiting on Nezra and Jezra to show up for you, and all those riches and the piling on your lap, all that crap that Q fed you, I would like to encourage you to go look up Meet the Beast. It was an episode I did when I was hosting Gratitude Unfiltered. Check it out. March 2020. Told you everything you need to know about what's happening today. And I'm not trying to be cocky about it. Maybe I am. But I was right. And all the people that thought I was crazy, and all the people that disassociated themselves with me, I was right. And I was also right about what was in the jab. I can't apologize for warning people to tell the truth. Dadgummit, I should have told the truth. I had every right to warn people because I have HIV. I knew what to look for. And so I have zero regrets. But the craziest thing about all of it, and now that I can speak freely, that all those things that I was warning about the fourth industrial revolution, about Agenda 22, Agenda 2030, the jab, 5G, all that stuff is connected. All of it. So again, if you focus on what the media gives you, you're going to have a very, very, very channeled laser focus on the wrong thing, because you're being sucked into this focal point. But it's a big freaking picture that you need to be looking at. It's a big world. Now, I'm fortunate that I have the gift to see how things connect. That's one of my giftings. Why I've been preparing for the fourth industrial revolution and new media and media company in a box, being independent media organizations, is because of this. And if you can't see it yet, after 2.5 years of this nonsense that's gone on in the world, and look, a lot of people died, a lot of people are sick, a lot of people are freaking injured, and it's disgusting and it's sad, and it was forced on people, or at least so they think. Because the thing is this, not a single one of you had to do what you were told. Not a single one. Not a single person had to do it. Oh, but I'm going to lose my job. Maybe that job wasn't for you. Oh, I'm going to lose my family. That sucks. It does. I know. I went through it with my wife. Her parents, they wouldn't see us. Still won't see us. Because we're not jabbed. But you know what? You still don't have to do what they say. Our parents are here they give birth to us. They do the best they can raising us. But they are not the dictators over our lives or the choices we make. It's like some of us have to learn to think for ourselves again. But anyway, I don't want to lecture people because it sucks, but I do know that there's a solution. Because cold laser therapy works for blood clots, inflammation, shingles, wounds. I mean, you should look at this. And ironically, there is cold laser research, cold laser therapy research and studies that was done on the COVID before it was unleashed on the world. You can look at the dates, and if you don't believe me, feel free to email me, and I'll send it to you. I'm not posting it because I would get in trouble. Well, actually, I can't post it anyway. I'm kicked off. I'm not on any social media platforms. And I got to tell you something. To prove this point about not needing social media also, and it's going away, and to start building this boat because that one's going to sink, social media is not going to be the same at all in a year, if it even exists. Within a year, before that, I'm 99% sure. And so, I'm grateful that I started building this boat soon. But y'all have to start building your own now, too. And it's not scary. It's easier than it's ever been to build your own boat. Media company in a box, but then if you don't have the money to do that, take advantage of the membership consulting program. Take advantage of that. That's more affordable. And then the technology that I use to build media company in a box is available also. There's plenty of plans available for that. Go to my website and look at it. You need to be prepared. JoshuaTBerglan.com. I love products. One of the things that, I love talking about media. I love talking about my faith. I love talking about conspiracy. I love talking about sports. I like talking about sex. I like talking about a lot of different subjects. But one of the things that I'm really passionate about is speaking about products because I like to learn about products. And as somebody that constantly experiments with myself and tries different medications, I was a druggie. I experimented with drugs, experimented with supplements. It all started, I blame my mom and dad for the record, because it all started when I started stealing their Juice Plus vitamins in the cabinet. I blame them for it. But it's also the coolest hobby ever, because that is what fueled my desire, randomly enough, to watch infomercials. I love watching infomercials as a kid. One of my goals in life, is, but has been since I was a kid, is being a QVC host. I want to be the hostess with the mostest on QVC, and if QVC won't hire me, I've auditioned 6 or 7 times, I think now, and I don't get through. So I may have to start my own home shopping network. Oh, wait a second. I can do that with Media Company in a Box. I don't need QVC after all. Never mind. I don't need you. I just realized that. Because I have built-in e-commerce on my website. And I can make videos. Oh my gosh. This is awesome. Okay, so I'm not sponsored. I honestly believe this, promoting what you own. I believe that. I learned that from Master P. Nipsey Hussle did it. But I mean, they were talking about licensing, right? And their music, their catalog, but their branding, their imaging, like you should own it all. Anything that you can own of yours, own it. Own it! Because it has value. And Media Company in a Box will prove that. So I was at Walmart because I needed to get some kitty litter for the cats. And I needed a new toothbrush because we should change our toothbrushes. And I needed deodorant. Because I gotta tell you, the very last part of deodorant on a stick, I don't know if you've ever ran into this, but the last part on a stick, that freaking hurts. It like digs into your arms. Anyway, so I went and got new deodorant too. But then I found this. And I'm always looking for healthy energy alternatives because I was basically a crackhead and my adrenals are shot. And I'm like always wrestling with trying to repair my adrenals and like, okay, I need caffeine. I need caffeine, or I need some kind of mushroom blend nootropic, right? So I'm always trying new stuff. So I've seen this brand before, Eternal Energy. And I looked at it and I'm like, wow, that's a lot of different ingredients that I know. And I don't see FDC number 8 and all that crap. Wait, is it? Is it in here? Nope, they don't have it. There is a few things in here I'm not 100% sure what it is, but I'll have to look this up. But I will tell you, this Eternal Energy drink right now, it hit me in like 15 minutes. And I'm way more clear-headed than I was. I can assure you. Now, I don't know if it'll do the same thing tomorrow because that's the trick. You know how an energy drink, the first time you take it, you're like, woo! Man, I'm all jacked up. I'm going to go car surfing and do all that stuff. And then the next day, like taking a nap with it. That's my experience. But that's also my adrenals. Half of y'all that think you have low testosterone, you should get your adrenals checked, especially if you like caffeine or, were a cokehead. You should check it out. But it's cheap. I don't know if it'll give you cancer or anything, but I got to tell you something. This Eternal Energy drink, I think I paid $4 for 6 of them, and it's pretty dadgum good. Anyway, so I just want to get past that. But again, you guys check out joshuatberglan.com and check out our sponsors. Also want to give a shout out to King's Counsel. Man, I'm learning kingdom life the right way. Not this fake hocus pocus bullcrap. I say name it and claim it, and there is something to that, but I swear, so the way some of these people teach kingdom, they teach it like it's a voodoo, a magic trick. I mean, it's very, very similar to some of the occult stuff that I was involved in. And it's just weird. It doesn't, I know we serve a supernatural God, but it has just been off. But I really, really love this group, King's Counsel. And if you are kingdom-minded or you want to know about what kingdom really is and not these hocus-pocus bullcrappers that you're running Facebook ads all over and talking about the kingdom and kingdom wealth and, being billionaires and all that stuff, you very well may be a billionaire, but being a billionaire may not be for you also, King's Counsel does it, and look, they have, if you're a business looking to go to the next level, you're wanting to not just elevate others with your business, but also you're seeking to multiply others. This system, this ecosystem that King's Counsel has is super impressive. I got involved with them a couple years ago, but through a different organization that I was on the board of. So I got to know a lot of the guys, but for 2 years, just sat back and was like, I learned that I could trust them. And since started making some professional videos, like movie-like video pitch videos for them and some of the businesses they were supporting, and got to know them even more. Well, now I'm in the fold because I really want to learn kingdom, because I want to teach kingdom the right way. I want to teach the promises of God in a way that honors God, not in a way that perverts him. And so while in a lot of my other broadcasts in the past have been very, I can get preachy sometimes and a lot of different subjects, but then I can go completely off the wall because, I'm reading literally from the Bible in one respect, and then I'm saying, well, is it possible that the Garden of Eden's in your brain? Because I'm curious and I like to know questions. And look, we don't have all the answers. To pretend that we know everything that Jesus said is absolutely insane. It's insane. We don't know everything that Jesus said. Like, a lot of what Jesus said was taken out of the Bible. A whole book of what Jesus said was taken out of the Bible. What's wrong with that? It's a problem for me. It is. And I love Jesus Christ with all my heart. I don't call myself a Christian, but I believe he died on the cross for my sins. And I gave my life to him, but I don't like that word Christian because of what it connotates. And I want no part of that because I don't believe that we have all the answers. My goodness. I experience hell enough in my own brain sometimes. So, I'm not worried about waiting on Jesus to come back. I'm going to do everything I can to please him and to be an example of him. I don't do a great job of it, but I'm doing my best, and I'm working on it every day to get more and more like him. Because I believe that we're all meant to strive to be like Christ. Because everything he taught was awesome. He didn't teach anything that was wrong. I've never heard anything out of Jesus's, in the Bible or the books that were taken out that didn't sound like Jesus. That didn't light up my spirit. The Gospel of Thomas, I know it's not an approved book of the Bible, but my God, have you read it? It's amazing. Boy, I'm covering a lot of stuff here. Okay, so I'm going to wind this up because I'm getting ready to do an interview. I'm going to be on someone's show today, which is exciting. But I'm going to read A Secret of Success, and then I'm going to go to my Keep board. Keep, I love YouTube. I'm really upset they kicked me off, and I want to make nice with YouTube. I really do, because, gosh, it's just a great, you can watch books, read books. It's awesome. It's better than Vimeo. And Vimeo kicked me off their platform too, a while back. Anyway, YouTube's fantastic. And it's like this, it's a strange thing because I know that I don't need them to do what I want to do, but I still want to use the platform. It's very weird. Even YouTube Music is better than Amazon Music. Anyway, okay. I was doing... Oh, no. We're going to do this first. So I'm going to try this one, too. I have a Secrets of Success app on my phone. I'm going to go over a couple of them. Sleep less. This one's, for me, I like the rock star schedule, personally. Eating dinner at midnight, that kind of stuff. That's the life, sleeping in. And then I like the night way better, but I'm training myself to get up super, super, super early and going to bed at night because I believe it's supposed to be healthier for your brain and your circadian rhythm. I believe I said that right. So anyway, this says sleep less. This is one of the best investments you can make to your life. Wait, this is one of the best investments you can make to make your life more productive and rewarding. Most people do not need more than 6 hours to maintain an excellent state of health. So, this is what I started doing last night. Making myself stay awake long enough to get up after 6 hours of sleep. It was a trip. I worked super late last night, and because I'm having so much fun building out this platform and just adding to it. I'm obsessed with it because it's awesome. It's like seeing your dream come alive before your eyes, and it's right here in my fingertips. So I tried it, and I got to tell you, 6 hours of sleep, I'm a little tired. That's why I was so excited about this drink, because it woke me up. All right, Try getting up 1 hour earlier for 21 days and it will develop into a powerful habit. Remember, it is the quality, not the quantity of sleep that is important. And just imagine having an extra 30 hours a month to spend on the things that are important to you. Putting it in that perspective, woo! That one is cool. Okay. This one I believe in more than anything. That's quiet time. This says, set aside 1 hour every morning for personal development matters. Meditate, visualize your day, read inspirational text to set the tone for your day. It doesn't say this in here, but read your Bible because the Bible is awesome. And I know that I say some mean things about it sometimes, but the Bible is awesome, especially the parts that Jesus talks in. Take this quiet period although, hold on, I do have a new respect for the Old Testament that I've never had before. The contrast between the Old Testament and the New Testament is wild, but I have a whole new appreciation. Deuteronomy, is Ezekiel in the Old Testament or New? I don't even know. But I found that one on my phone, and I like that one too. Anyway, so it didn't say read the Bible, but I'm saying read the Bible. Take this quiet time period to vitalize and energize your spirit for the productive day ahead. Watch the sunrise once a week or be with nature. Do that. Starting the day off well is a powerful strategy for self-renewal and personal effectiveness. Okay, this is number 3, and I'm going to stop and go into this last thing. Do not allow those things that matter the most in your life be at the mercy of activities that matter the least. Every day, take the time to ask yourself the question, is this the best use of my time and energy? Time management is life management, so guard your time with care. Whoever edited this app, you have some errors. And I'm not the best reader out loud, but you have some errors that were making it even more challenging. Anyway, those are 3 secrets of success. And now I'm going to go to Keep. I think Keep, all the bad things that say about Google, I think Keep is one of the greatest things ever invented. I love it. I love it. It's like it's your own Pinterest board. So I wanted to open. This says 97% of musicians say they can no longer afford equipment. I'm not going to read the article right now. I mean, there's no need to. But this is why Media Company in a Box matters. Because artists suck at business almost as a whole, and because they're creatives. And as a creative, it's art for me. I'm not a salesperson at all. Like my wife, sometimes I'm not talking bad about my wife. I love my wife. Sometimes she wants me to flip that switch and to be in business mode. And the only business mode I know is serving. I'm not a sales guy, but I like talking about things I love. Like this Eternal Energy product. I really want to white label this. It's like, or a service. If I know something will help somebody. Like when I was working with complex disabilities for the first 18 years of my professional life, from the age of 18 to 34. There's the ultimate, I can't explain how much I loved working in that industry. Because all the prices were the same. Like, I didn't have to try to compete with people based on the prices because insurance set the price. The competition came from fighting doctors, fighting insurance companies, fighting the state for access, for patients' access to that equipment. That got me excited. because that was serving, that was fighting for people. I couldn't even fight for myself then, but I still loved fighting for other people. I loved that industry. When I shifted and then got out of that industry and went into, got the skincare, I had the worst time selling a product because I don't want to try to convince you that something's better than something else, or, well, you need to sell mine. I don't want to use mental voodoo to get you to buy something. I want to give you the pros and cons and let you make up your own mind. Well, I had the skincare line that we took public, and that story's in The Devil Inside Me. Anyway, that product, I didn't know anything about skincare. I just knew that it worked for me and it regrew the bald spot. It grew hair in my bald spot. And my baldness went away. And I was excited about that, and I told everyone about it, everyone I could. And so when I made the decision to get in that industry and buy the distributorship of this product, all I did to sell it was dare people to try it. I invested in samples and I dared people to try it. And it worked because I knew people were going to be impressed in a matter of days. That's how I sold it. That's how I grew my business. It was daring people to try. And then picked up some giant, global distributorships and e-commerce sites and things like that, which made it a huge success. But then I went back into pure service as helping people that develop brands and products, especially skincare, cosmetics, medical devices, and so on. I love providing a service. So artists, this message is for you, not about me. Artists have this problem, of being business focused and selling themselves. Because if an artist sells themselves, they kind of sound cocky and arrogant. And I don't want to be like that. I mean, I'm cocky enough naturally. I don't need any help. But life has a funny way of humbling you. But that said, I just want to serve and help people. But at the same time, anyone who serves, anyone who provides something of value should be compensated for it. And artists, musicians that can't afford their equipment, that's their art. Is everyone going to become a DJ? Because, you could DJ on a computer and a phone now. That was insane. When I learned to DJ and I got my first deck, oh my gosh, that is the most fun ever. Getting to dance and play music, and oh mercy, it's so much fun. But you can do it on your phone. But that's not music. The vibration of the instruments is just like a real instrument is so special. But that said, this article, and I'll post it, you'll be able to see it on joshuatberglan.com. But this is what's happening. It's not just artists. It's not just musicians not being able to afford equipment. It's going to be doctors not being able to afford their insurance. It's going to be teachers not being able to provide for themselves. Creatives, artists, people that serve. Media company in a box is for you. Because the thing about creatives is your intellectual property, the how-to knowledge. Think about the creation process. Why the creation story matters is because of knowing how things are created. It helps you go, wow. You really get consumed by it and you learn to appreciate it more. And we're like, well, how'd you do that? I want to learn how to do that. So these educators and this new shift where, entertainment is becoming education also, and true value, not just smut, not just stare at my boobies. It's becoming more than that. But that's the point of being an independent media organization, is that you get the opportunity to express your gifts to the world. You get to create new things. You get to offer value, and the people that are impressed by it get to come to you to learn, and you can get paid for that, whatever you believe your value is. And it's the visionaries and the creatives that take all the risk and humiliation, and they go through the failure process of getting something just to be able to show it. I've been talking about Media Company in a Box for so long that I started to believe that it was going to be impossible until I found the technology. I was like, when am I going to get the money to build this? But it worked out. And I'm looking back at this last few years of all the trial and error and building workarounds to, because as of social media is being taken away from me, it's like, well, how do you promote? Well, I found a way. Most of you that are hearing this and seeing this found this from a news site. And news sites are SEO friendly and they're helpful. And the people that come to your website or to come hear your content really want to hear it. So it's not so much about, I've got 5 million followers that could or could not be bots. But it's not an accident, because on social media it could be an accident that you find somebody. But the people that come to your website to check out your content, to check out what you're doing, to read your articles, to listen to your podcast, to watch your TV shows, to read your books, to take your webinars, to watch one of your courses. Like, they're there because they want to see you. They're there. They're already quote unquote, warmed up. I think that's what salespeople say. So, when I saw that article, I read it. The economy is changing. You can't just be an actor. You got to do more. You have to have multiple revenue streams relying on one thing. Football players, basketball players, believe it or not, I know it's really easy to look at the ones with $300 million contracts, but the ones that don't have that kind of money, they need to be laying down the groundwork too. And we're seeing some of that. One of the things that I was blessed to do is work with the NFLPA and helping them develop this, this basically channel on a network I used to work with. And it's all former NFL players, and soon it'll be NBA and baseball and so on. But this is the future. But being a TV star, think about it. Everyone's basically a radio host now because it's podcast, but it's really the same thing. Everyone has a TV show now because you're on video. You're on the television. That screen is telling your vision. So it's all the same. It doesn't mean as much. We all get an opportunity now. But just being a creative and not having a plan, that's not the key to success. I did not have all my stuff organized. I was just giving it away. It's like wasting a seed, basically. You're just putting it out there and not necessarily setting the intention. That was a mistake I made because all I wanted to do is serve. But I had to wrap my mind around, well, yeah, but in the way that I serve has a lot of value, and I get to value that. So anyway, if you're an artist, if you're a creative, you got to check out Media Company in Box. And you can do so on my website. This was not meant to be a really long infomercial. In fact, I think we covered so much ground and covered a lot of topics. And this is kind of how I like to talk. Every once in a while, those of you that are listening or watching, thank you again for subscribing and thank you for sharing with friends. My style is very much a talk show. Like, the Late Night with Delilah and, Howard Stern and Opie and Anthony. Like, that is my style. So I kind of treat this like radio, but I like the video element too. And so I don't have these laser focused preached messages all the time. Sometimes I do. When I'm led, I do. Other times, I just speak like this. So what to expect is basically what I just told you, and it's a little bit of something different all the time. Like, for instance, one of the episodes that we put out, or two of the episodes, were two of the episodics of the Devil Inside Me series. There's going to be some of that. Like, it's just going to be a mix of everything. So I do appreciate you being here, and I do appreciate your support. I get to prove that this concept works. I mean, it does work, but now I have to take this to a whole new level because YouTube's gone, because all of social media platforms are gone. It's just me now from the ground up, starting to zero. I abandoned, like, even the newsfeed with LibMana, which you can find all the LibMana content on my website and LibMana site. But I wanted to start from zero and to measure truly like this process, to be able to document it, to be able to look at it, and so on. So over the years, I never asked people to share, never asked people to subscribe or do any of that stuff. Well, now I'm asking, will you please subscribe to my channel? Would you please become a member on our website? Thank you. Really appreciate you guys being here. God bless you. Again, shout out to King's Counsel, and of course the Live Mana Worldwide Foundation, which I run with my wife, and those nonprofits, ministries, people that are struggling financially. We have free resources available for you. You can again contact me at joshuatberglan.com or go to livemanaworldwide.org and read all about it. God bless you. Thank you for being here. Bye.